Welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Jack.
I'm Tangy.
It's been 2 weeks since we've been live with everybody, and it feels like it's been a month.
It does.
Because we've been so busy. We're going to catch you up on our
So
live
very
chat
busy.
tonight. So
Hopefully.
yeah, let me refresh everything.
How's everybody doing? Are you fall gardening? Are you getting anything in yet? Tell us what's
Let's do this
happening
so
where
you
you
can
are. We got some folks. Hey, Heaven's Essentials and Poor Valley Homestead.
There we go. There we
Glad
go.
you're here. We're canning, so
Yeah.
I may have to get up in a little bit.
I don't know if you can hear the canner going on.
Yes.
It's kind of loud.
It is
but,
loud.
That is a canner that's making all that noise behind
Hey,
us.
Mary.
And what are we canning?
So we're canning chicken.
Canning chicken.
Cheap chicken.
And you
My
were you
favorite
canning
kind.
something else earlier?
Okay, well, I don't want to get into too much because we're going to talk about it, but I have to make room in the freezer, so I'm canning stuff out of the freezer. So I've canned tomatoes that were in the freezer, but I only got 3.5 pints. I thought I put more tomatoes in the freezer than that, but I guess I didn't.
Hello. Everybody's
And,
jumping in.
and then I pulled out some chicken thighs from a grocery haul from a few weeks ago.
I cried.
And also I went and picked up some groceries today. And I went to GFS and they had boneless, skinless chicken breasts for the 40-pound boxes for $37, which breaks down to 92 cents per pound. So I went ahead and grabbed.
Yeah, good deal.
One of those.
And when you find good deals like that, you want to go ahead and stock up if you
but
can.
we're busting out the seams
What?
out of the cabinet and out of the freezer, and
Hi everyone. Okay.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
need more shelves.
Tiffany Taylor, Hackett's Healing Hollow, Jay Jared, Fermented Homestead, Nancy Moe,
Hey, Shauna,
Pathways Homestead.
Lisa.
Oh, and then I scrolled down and lost track where I was. Shauna Arms.
Arms.
Heaven's Essential. Lisa Clark.
She hears the pressure can.
For everything is season. Yeah, can you hear the pressure can? I'm just trying to go over everybody that's joining us, and I always miss people, so I didn't
Very
mean to
good.
miss you.
Hey, Mandy. I am canning boneless, skinless chicken breasts right now. I've got 20
Coffee up.
pints. I've got 20 pints going in the canner right now. And I'm telling you, I could probably work for 3 straight days without sleeping, without breaks, and not get everything done.
These past 2 weeks have been a roller coaster ride. Right now, we're exhausted. I know I'm tired.
Hey, Heather.
I can't wait to go to bed
I'll answer
tonight
your question in a second.
because I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Yep. Tell them why.
Well, can you see how I'm dressed?
Well, wait a minute. First you gotta back up.
No.
Yes, hang on. We got home last night
Oh, that's
from
true.
visiting my family in Georgia. You guys know I'm Georgia girl, born and raised. And we got home last night from our trip.
Sounds like a basement kitchen in the future. I'd love to have a kitchen in our basement.
Same.
Yeah, so we had an awesome trip. Visiting my in-laws, her parents,
Yep.
her grandparents, cousins.
Well, we only got to see one of my brothers and one of my sisters and their families.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of 7.
Yeah.
2 of them
Well,
live out of state.
but your cousin is like your sister too.
Well, yeah, my cousin. Yeah. But I'm saying of my actual siblings, I only got to see one of my sisters and one of my brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did stay with my cousin, who, like he said, I mean, we were like this, and we're still like this. And so she was more my sister than she is my cousin.
Yeah. So we had a good trip, but we got in late last night. And I got up at 3:30 this morning, and I went deer hunting, and I took my son with me. He's been wanting to go deer hunting. I was going to go hunting in the evening with him, and he said, no, I'm okay with getting up early and going, and was like, really? That's not like him at all. But he was up for it. So we got up early. We went. It was kind of a wash. We saw 3 doe kind of prance by real quick and go over the hill, and after that we saw nothing. So we thought, well, we got a lot to do today. So came home. I went to town. I ran some errands. You went to the grocery. I got back home. I was in the garage putting something together. And my friend calls me back that has the farm that's letting us hunt. And he says, I'm going back this evening. He had a friend that was going with him. He said he can't make it. Do you guys want to come back this evening? So we ran inside and changed clothes real quick, and we drove out there and sat till dark. Didn't see anything. I mean, there's deer all over that place. This was just a bad day, I guess. So I guess the weather was changing or whatever.
Hey, family.
Do I blind hunt? I hunt.
The visual that gives when you say, do you blind hunt?
Well, I know what you're talking about.
Jose.
Let's just say I don't have a place to hunt. A friend, a coworker of mine who has been gracious enough to say he has a place to hunt. That's not his property either, but he has been given permission to hunt a piece of property. He has put up a tree stand. He has another field. There's 3 fields on this farm. One field, he has a deer blind. One field, he has a tree stand. And the other field, there's an old shed. It's a very small barn is what it is. And he's built a loft up in it and has an opening. And so we set up in this deer shed or deer building. And so it's big enough that my son and I could both fit in it. So that's what we were sitting in today.
I do know what blind hunting means. It just sounds funny.
And I'm sorry I haven't really been looking at any of the comments.
So somebody asked, I think it was Heather, asked, what do you do with chicken after you can it? Pretty much anything that you, well, not everything you want to put chicken in, but it's just like chicken that's just ready for your recipes. It's great for chicken pot pie, chicken soup, chicken salad, buffalo chicken dip, spinach artichoke chicken dip. You can put it in pastas. I mean, it's awesome, and I love it because it makes dinner time so easy and quick. And yeah, it's great. Everyone should can some chicken. Ooh, great for curry. That's a great idea. But yeah, I love it. It's wonderful. And some of the deer from the deer meat that he got last week, I'm also going to can some of that.
Yeah. So the main reason we didn't go live last Monday is because at this time, right now, a week ago, I was processing a deer.
Yep.
So I did get one.
Chicken and dumplings.
And that's one reason she's making room downstairs for our deep freeze.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got.
Talk about a really good problem to have.
Yeah.
Our deep freeze was too full.
Yeah.
To put the deer meat in.
Well, he was concerned. He was like, "We've got to do something with this deer meat." And he said, "Can you, are you going to break it down and put it in the freezer?" And I said, "I can't." He said, "Well, why can't you?" Because it is literally filled to the top. And so he went down there and looked, and sure enough, to the top.
Yeah, but a lot of it was like frozen tomatoes and stuff, just bags of frozen tomatoes.
A lot of our stuff from the garden, squash, peppers, onions, the tomatoes, but then also meat. I did have some bags of flour, which I do need to get those out.
Yeah, it is a good excuse for another freezer.
Amen.
That would be awesome.
Yes, but the next one we get is going to be an upright.
I think so.
Because it's hard to find stuff in a chest freezer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just hard, and it's hard to organize it where you can get to things easily. Oh, I also have a bunch of strawberries down there from where I got strawberries on sale back in the summer. I mean, there's a lot of stuff down there. But like you said, it's a blessed problem to have. I've really been working on replenishing our pantries because when we were sick with the COVID, we did deplete a lot of our stores. So we're going to work on getting those replenished.
Have you been, okay, Tangy?
Yes.
Have you been reading some of the comments about snakes?
No, I'm running my mouth and ain't nobody got time for
Somebody
snakes.
is super scared of snakes.
I'm not scared of snakes. I just hate them with a passion.
Well,
because
if you see
creepy.
one, it's not hate, it's
even just
screaming and jumping and running the opposite
do
direction.
That.
Nearly having a heart attack.
Yes, I do. It's not.
So don't go.
They freak me out.
Don't go to Thailand.
I wasn't going to, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I just saw that. I thought, gotta mention that.
But I will tell y'all
go back
this.
To chest freezers. Love the stand-up freezers.
I told Jack that so you guys know that I work for a realtor, and we just listed a $1.35 million listing, and like this is huge for our little company. So my agent told me that when we sell it, everybody's getting a really nice bonus. And then she said, do you know what you want to get? I said, yes, but I need to talk to Jack first because it's something that we both need to be on the same page.
I appreciate that.
Because it's a big ticket item.
It's funny because the first thing she thinks of...
I know, I'm really excited.
Tell me.
I want to get a freeze dryer. Did y'all see the one that Living Traditions got?
Yeah, so she's all into this.
All about it.
Something else. I mean, again, these last 2 weeks have been crazy. You know, deer hunting. We went to Georgia. We come back. We went deer hunting again.
Thank you, Mr. Gromby.
You have done a lot lately over the last 2 weeks. She's been in super prepper mode.
Yes.
Big time.
Yes.
Which is awesome. I love that.
Well, I'm kind of like with everything that's going on right now. I believe in listening to your intuition. Like I'm really, really huge about that. I believe that the Lord impresses us to prepare us, and so even though we had agreed that our grocery budget was going to be $120, I totally went over that today, and I'm not going to tell him live how much I spent. He'll figure it out when he looks at the bank account. But I'm not going to break us. I mean, I'm not spending that much money, but I'm really, really trying to listen to my intuition because I don't want to quote unquote get caught with our pants down. You know what I mean?
Well, it started with it started last week when we started to try to refill our pantry because our pantry had been slowly depleting. I mean, even the kids would go down and get stuff and fix some meals. And so just here and there, our pantry was getting pretty bare.
Yeah.
And so you said we've got to, stock back up. It's getting winter time. We just never know what's going to happen. New year, just crazy things.
Yes.
Our governor is still shutting stuff down.
Yes.
So we just need to be be ready for this.
Before we went to Georgia, we met with a friend, a local Dollar General, they were going to dog sit for us. So while we're standing out there, we literally watch 3, 4, 5 people come through the door with stacks of toilet paper, and I'm like, are you kidding? Here we go again. And so, but yeah, I think, was it Jennifer that said that she feels like 2021 is going to be an economic nightmare, and I kind of have that feeling as well. And since I am in real estate, that is something that is kind of weighing heavy on me, that if the housing market changes negatively, I want to make sure that we have a cushion.
Butt napkins.
I
like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, really think about it. The last 3 or 4 years, it will be one scare or a crisis or whatever they want to call it. And then when that starts to fizzle out, all of a sudden something new comes on the horizon, and then it's all over the news, and then that will get everybody just whatever. And then as that starts to fizzle out, here comes something else, just wave after wave. And of
Right.
course, COVID has just been nonstop because it has been pretty bad and pretty serious. But I mean, when it starts to,
Yeah.
and even if
Exactly.
it doesn't, we just need to get back to, our plans. We have plans to have a good stock of pantry items, of preservable foods and non-perishable items and stuff like that.
I noticed that we were buffering too, so it's not just y'all.
Are we?
We were. Hey, Cecilia. Also,
need to make sure the kids are off their phones.
want to make a quick note. I saw that our friend Archer Mist is with us, but they have changed their name to the Banks Homestead. So very glad you're here with us. But yes, okay. Something else that I did today, you guys. Right now, with it being the holiday sale, and I'm telling, this is for the benefit of people that know or they're just now kind of getting into the prepper mindset. So one of the things that is on sale right now are potatoes, white potatoes and sweet potatoes. There's a lot of things that you can do to preserve potatoes. Today I went to Aldi. I bought 3 10-pound bags of russet potatoes. They're normally like almost $4. Right now they're on sale at our Aldi. I think it was like $1.49 or something like that. So I'm actually going to can potatoes. And I'm also going to try dehydrating them. That I've never done that. But if you don't can and you want to try dehydrating, you can do it in your oven. And a lot of people have made really great videos on how to dehydrate store-bought potatoes. You can even do frozen potatoes if you want to. But check out Prepper Potpourri. She has an awesome video from beginning to end on dehydrating potatoes. She did them 3 different styles. She did cubed, sliced, and shredded. And I definitely want to try it. So it's just a really great, and that's something that you can keep on your pantry shelf for a few years. And so that's something great to try.
You also have an update also, don't you, on a t-shirt?
Oh, yes. So a lot of you remember that when I was practically on my deathbed and Jackie brought me on here for the live, he gave me a really pretty shirt that my friend Courtney made for me that he had ordered, and it has our saying, be vigilant, be prayerful, be prepared. And so I did ask her before we came on live.
Because several people asked about the shirt, because we've been talking about it a lot, and then when we finally had it made, people asked if they could get one or if it was available for her to make them one.
Yes. So it's $25 plus shipping on the baseball tee. You can email her. Her name is Courtney Clark, CourtneyClark at me.com. So that's Courtney Clark at me.com. That is her email. Or you can find her on Facebook. She has a Facebook group. And it's CO-CO Vinyl by Courtney Clark. So Coco.
That's a group, not a page.
Right, it's a group, not a page.
A Facebook group.
So you have to ask to be in it, but she posts all of her designs on there and she runs sales and things like that. So I did ask her if it was okay to share that information, and she said absolutely.
Look at North Star Prepsteader.
Aw, thank
putting
you.
Putting that on there for her. She's awesome.
She is. All of our mods are awesome.
Yep.
And she is also on Instagram. So if you're not on Facebook and you are on Instagram, let me double check. I think.
Yeah, she's on Instagram, and it's also that CO.
I think it's 140. I think she's 140. Okay, no, you're right. It's CO_vinyl_140_photo.
Y'all gonna have to stop and replay that a couple
I know.
times.
Well, she is an entrepreneur, and she also has a full-time job. So these are her side hustles. She makes shirts and Christmas ornaments with her vinyl stuff, and then she's also a photographer.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, that is a canner that is going in the background.
Yeah.
We're canning some chicken. We're making room out of our freezer for some venison. And yeah, we are blessed because we've been able to, the Lord's allowed us to get a lot of meat to preserve and freeze and put away. And by the way, I cannot wait to take one of those back straps and put it in the electric smoker.
Me too.
I am so excited about trying out that smoker with one of those venison back straps.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Oh, so here is Hoog Homestead. Also ordered one of the shirts that Courtney made for me. Nope, still not coloring my hair. So that's Hoog Homestead, y'all. And so that's really awesome.
So she made them a shirt.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's when people see the awesome work that she does when I wear it, and then they're like, "Oh, I want that." And so it's really great. I'm really tickled that people are using her. So anyway, so there is that. Thank you so much, North Star. Thank you, Mandy. You guys are the best.
Oh, Banks Homestead says, "Yay, I can get that shirt now."
Yeah.
Poor Valley Homestead. I'm a millennial and I had a hard time following that.
Oh, that is too funny. I'm sorry. Who was I arguing with on whether or not I was a Gen X or a millennial? I was born in 1980, and I think that is just right on. That is like the very end of Gen X and the very beginning of the millennial. So I'm somewhere right there.
Yeah. Well, if you have a hard time following all that, Mandy and Kathy at North Star Prepsteader, they're on it. So they're sharing the links. And yeah, Courtney is such a good friend of ours. She is such a nice person to work with.
Yes, her family is just.
If you have ideas of shirts that you want her to make, I would contact her. She is so great to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, I was born in 1980.
I heard that's a zennial.
Yeah, I saw that. That's funny. Venison.
I'm calling you daughter.
We love venison, and yeah, I'm really excited to try some of that smoked. Very, very excited.
Yes.
Okay, so another thing that I was excited.
Yeah, I don't know what else I want to go with now. Talking about this stuff.
When we went to Georgia, we spent some time with my grandmother, and y'all, she gave me her china.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I was really floored when she asked me. I was like, "You want me to have your china?" The china is older than me.
It is an heirloom. It is a family heirloom.
Yeah, and
they've had it longer than you've been alive.
Yes. My grandfather is a preacher, and he has pastored I don't know how many churches. They have lived from one coast to another, and she said that china has fed many families, and I'm just over the moon that she wanted me to have it.
Yeah.
So hand it to me. My friend Amanda from the Beals, she is a china expert, and so she knew the brand, which is Noritake. I was close. And this is dirty because it's been in storage, but that's I don't know if you can see the pattern on it. But anyway, I was just really tickled. And she also gave me some of her cut crystal.
What do you call this?
Stemware. It's a creamer.
The creamer?
It's a cream pitcher or something. I know. I was so excited.
Well,
Hi, Tinker's wife.
There's all kinds of stuff. What do you call that one?
That's a teacup.
That's the teacup. Okay, that's not the teacup.
Yeah, and then she also gave me her cut crystal glasses. So
yes, and an awesome lamp.
Oh yeah. Okay, so also my grandfather's older sister, she is still with us. She's 93 years old, and she was just recently moved into
Are we still buffering?
an assisted living.
This looks bad.
And so when they put her in the assisted living, some of the family took some of her belongings, and I got to take home her lamp, her kerosene lamp.
Yeah. And I love old lamps like this. My parents have a couple. I've always liked those. And I like this one too.
I have no idea
especially
how old
since
it is.
it's also a family heirloom.
Yeah, as you can see, it's got some stuff in it that needs to be
It needs
cleaned
cleaning.
up,
No telling how long it's set.
Yeah.
So it just needs to be cleaned up a
yeah,
little bit.
I'm so thrilled to have that. And I'm not a sentimental person when it comes to things, which is why I don't have a lot of things. I don't keep a lot of things. But I don't know, just something about these particular things just meant a lot. I thought that was really neat.
Tim Beverly, what's cracking?
That's 5 man points for saying what's
Oh,
this
yeah.
one. That's funny. I've got the canner going. We're canning chicken. I got 20 pints of boneless, skinless chicken going in the canner right now.
And then after it's done,
We've got 16
we're going to the
minutes
venison.
left.
You're gonna can some of the venison, aren't you?
Yeah, but it won't be tonight.
No,
I'm exhausted.
No, we're exhausted. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. I took my son deer hunting. We got skunked today. We didn't see anything, but this time last week I got one. So we've got venison that we are gonna start putting up.
Yes, exactly, Miss Cecilia. Yeah, when he got up at whatever it was, I woke
3:30.
up. I woke up, but I didn't move, and I kept my eyes closed, thinking, I'm going to go back to sleep. I'm going to go back to sleep. Took me a long time to go back to sleep, and I was planning on getting up at 5. I actually took the day off work today to get everything done that I wanted to get done, and it didn't happen. Didn't get everything done, but I think I made a pretty good dent in it, though. I went downstairs. We've got our extended pantry. I had to get it reorganized while we're refilling it. But yeah.
When you can venison, what do you add to it?
The last few times that I've done it, I've added just some like canning salt and black pepper. But I think this time I'm just going to do a little bit of canning salt. But that's it. I don't add broth. I don't add bouillon. I just let it can in its own juices, and it's perfect. Love it. Hey, Jason in Virginia.
Hello.
Let's see. Mark was off hunting all day, every day for 7 days, and nothing. Oh no.
Yes. So far, I haven't been hunting for 7 days, but we went twice today. I went twice last week. So far, I've gotten one. But the person that I went with last week, he got one in the morning. We took it back. We processed it. His radiator cracked on his van. We changed out the radiator on his van. We went back that afternoon hunting, and I got one. So that's a full day. That's a full day.
Yeah. Let's see. We went over the Big South Fork last year trying to kill some hogs. No luck. Deer hunting out here in Oregon has been tough this year too.
That is something that I've never done, but I would really want to do.
What, the hog hunting?
I would love to go hog hunting.
Can you make bacon with that meat, or is it too gamey? I've always wondered.
I don't know.
Hey, Hooves and Harvest. So far, my son has got a buck and a doe for the family. That's awesome.
Awesome.
I saw my cousin Tashana that sometimes is on the live. I saw she got a doe today. Probably not enough fat. Yeah.
Well, Jason says you can, and Mandy says probably not enough fat. But I do know people that do eat them.
Yeah.
And I know people that they'll kill them and then donate them to places for meat.
For Everything a Season wants to know if I will do a video on how I cut my bangs. Maybe one of these days. I mean, it's really... I like them to lay over to the side, and believe it or not, when you want your bangs to lay over to the side, you actually pull them the opposite direction. So I usually pull them like just over my other eye, and then I point cut.
Hey, this is a weird question. I mean, not a weird question. This is a good question. I've never thought about this. Jack says, "Hey guys, how long can venison last in the freezer? I'm not a hunter. I live in the city, but the store sells a whole deer,
Oh, wow.
which I've never seen a store sell a whole deer. I don't want to get it to spoil, whole deer or nothing."
I would say it really depends on how well you seal it before you put it in the freezer. If you have a way to vacuum seal, you're going to prolong your freezer life. You can, use like freezer bags. They just don't protect as well, and neither does butcher paper. So
Yeah, packaging is everything.
yeah, if there is a way that you can borrow or buy a food saver or some sort of vacuum sealer, I think that you're going to be able to save most of your investment in the meat.
Yeah.
But if not, then using the
But the way we go through
freezer bags.
the way we go through venison, it wouldn't last a whole year. I mean, if you package it and freeze it well enough, it's definitely going to last over a year. But not in our house
Yeah.
because we would eat it too quick.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But
what else? I think there's-
also, if you are interested in learning how to can meat, which is going to give you an even better product, and it will be shelf stable. And in my opinion, canned deer is better because it's very, very tender. So I have a video on how to raw pack venison, how to can venison.
Yeah.
And
which is very good, by the way.
and it's not hard. It's intimidating, but it's not hard. Once you've done it, you're like, oh, that's it. But yeah, so that's just another option.
And it tastes great. Very good. So juicy.
Hey, sheep maskers.
Well, should we mention our other big
Okay,
thing we
you
got
don't know
today?
us. Sure.
So, since we've been on this, refilling our pantry, stocking up on non-perishable items
And perishable items.
and perishable, just everything. Just trying to really be prepared for the winter and the next year and whatever may come along, whatever the next crisis is. Something we've been wanting for the last year. We've been talking about this.
Oh,
Remember?
we know where that's
We've been
at.
talking about this for over a year. Today is the day I went to town and bought a generator.
Yes.
I've got the generator.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was about a year ago now. We said that was on our 2020, our 2020 list. of
Yeah,
things to
yeah, we were talking about
Yes.
things we need to do in 2020. And I said the one item I know that we need for our homestead is a generator.
Yeah.
Well, 2020 is almost over. We finally got the generator.
Yes. Well, we've been waiting for them. Well, for one thing, we've been waiting to have the money.
Yeah.
Have the money to
Yeah,
set aside
so-
and waiting for it to go on sale because we know that they do occasionally.
Yeah. And really, it's going to be something as a just in case thing. Like I said, our deep freezer's full. In fact, we could use a second deep freeze.
Yep.
So-
maybe
so-
that'll be our 2021. That
So we don't want to lose that stuff.
and a freeze dryer.
She wants a freeze dryer. Yeah. Yeah, she was.
That's a big one.
I wasn't very familiar with a freeze dryer. She started telling me.
But I told you all.
She told me all about it
them.
right before we went live.
With stars in my eyes.
Yeah, she was talking about how not only will they preserve the food for decades
Yeah.
and be just as fresh as when you preserved it, but that unlike regular dehydrating and stuff, it doesn't lose half of the nutritional value.
Right.
So that's cool.
Yes. if you do not follow Living Traditions Homestead, look them up, and they have a few videos on their freeze dryer that they got. And if you didn't want one, you're gonna want one after you watch it, because really, I think it just takes your home food preservation to a whole other level.
Wow.
And the fact that you can preserve things from the garden, it takes up very little space. You're able to retain 99% of the nutrients, and it's shelf stable. So if you lose power, if you lose a job, if you get sick, you have that food forever, and or at least your lifetime. So I really think it would be if we have the means, then that's an investment. I feel like we should really take into serious
Yeah, we do need to put it
consideration.
on the list as a heavy consideration. That is a huge dollar item.
It is. It's
I mean,
big.
we've been talking for a year about getting a generator, and that's 2 generators the cost of.
Or a generator and a half, anyway.
No.
Maybe 3 generators, depending on how bad you
definitely
want it.
2 generators, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Somebody said, yeah, generators saved
Thank
our
you,
life.
North Star.
Living off grid. Run it about once a month for an hour just to keep it functioning and everything. You don't want to get anything. You definitely don't want the gas to start going bad and gumming up in it. They also said make sure you use the non-ethanol gas. So I'll probably have to go to one of our farmer supply places that sell the non-ethanol gas and get some of that.
Yeah. Let's see. I am trying to find.
You know what I don't like about the
Wait a minute.
generator?
Hooves and Harvest. Who are you talking about? Oh, I love Living Traditions too. Retired at 40, has a great YouTube channel, and he freeze dries everything. Who are you speaking about? Harvest Right. Mylar bags. They are super thick. Okay.
I don't know who they're talking about, because at the bottom they say I like Living Traditions too.
Yeah.
So they're talking about somebody else.
So it's the Harvest Right is the one that that they've got, and of course they don't know I exist. I don't have their products yet, but I do know that they have a layaway program. So if you don't want to go into debt for it, and you can't pay for it right away, you can make payments. So that's a really great deal. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh. Back to the generator. The one thing that I do not like about these generators is they're super heavy. I mean, that's expected. But you have to buy the kit separately to put the handle and wheels on them. It's just like, you pay that much for a generator.
Ooh.
Put a couple of cheap plastic wheels on it for me. Don't make me pay an extra $50 for a wheel kit. But that's where they get you right there. I did get a good deal. I did wait until it was on sale. It was some sort of Black Friday coupon deal, so...
I misremembered how much those cost.
Are you way off?
It's more like 4 generators.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll put it on the list. But it might have to take a back seat to a few other things.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
But one of the things
It may have to get taken off the list.
it also talks about, I don't know, just go to the website. I know Kathy and Mandy, I think they've been putting the links in the thing.
What brand? Oh, people are asking what brand I got. I went to Harbor Freight. I got the Predator. I got a 6,500 watt generator. I've been looking at different brands and different reviews, and really, these generators at Harbor Freight seem to work just as well as bigger name brands, and they're a lot cheaper.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim.
That's what I went with.
So, Retired at 40, Live Life Simple is the name of the channel.
Okay.
So she wasn't just like talking in sentence fragments. That was actually the name of the channel. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's what threw me. So that makes
Yeah.
sense now.
Thank you. You guys are the best. Okay. That's funny.
Is it dual fuel? Oh no, it runs on gas. It's a gas generator. I don't think it runs off of propane if that's what he's asking.
Yeah, I don't know.
And of course,
It would be cool if it was, because
the first thing it says is, use gasoline only. I can use gas with the 10% ethanol in it, but yeah, I do agree. I'd rather use non-ethanol gas in this generator. I just don't want to mess it up. I want it to last as long as possible.
Okay. Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, they didn't have the wheel kit. Yeah, I had to buy the wheel kit. They had.
Yay!
I called them because I didn't want to go down there to get it and then be out. So I called them.
Thanks.
And they said they had one left. And I said, I can be there in 30 minutes. And they said, we will hold it for you. And they got my name and phone number. And so I went down and got it. And then I said, oh, I got to get the wheel kit for it. They said, yeah, they're back of aisle so-and-so. So I went back there. They had one wheel kit left too. Ooh. So I got the last wheel kit.
Ooh, you were cutting it close.
So, but we got
Hey, Minute Man. Let's see. Somebody asked if our chickens were laying eggs yet. I think Shauna asked, and yes, right now we are averaging about 3 eggs a day. Yeah. And the last 2 times that I got groceries, I did not have to buy eggs. And I was able to take a dozen to my parents when we went to Georgia. So that's pretty stinking awesome.
Okay, here's another thing that has happened since we talked to you 2 weeks ago. You want to tell me about your oven?
Oh, okay. So
we've had lots of great things happen these last 2 weeks. Oh. Great trips, great buys, great stuff. This one is
not
the
that
opposite.
Great. And somebody asked if the chickens were getting over the fence. So don't forget that. Okay. I'll answer later. Okay. So last week,
Jason, thank you so much.
Oh wow, Jason, thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so I was baking a pumpkin cheesecake bread, and it is low carb. And I'm the typical. I love pumpkin spice everything, right? So I was really excited about this bread, and I made it on my lunch break so I could have it later in the day. And whenever I preheated the oven, it called to be baking at 325 degrees, which is a kind of a low temperature, right? When I opened the oven to put the bread in there, I noticed, whoa, that feels really hot. Like that feels higher than 325. Hang on. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want me to finish the story?
Nope.
No, she's got to tell this.
Okay. All right. So I go ahead and I put the bread in the oven, and 5 minutes later, the oven starts going beep, 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 beep. and I'm in a Zoom call for work, okay? So I have to turn off my video, mute myself, and then run into the kitchen, and there is an error code on my stove. I have never, how long have we been married? 22 years. I've been cooking since I was, 4? I've never seen an error code on a stove before, so like I'm freaking out. There's smoke rolling out of the oven. I open, it's 5 minutes. It had been in the oven for 5 minutes. I open it, and the bread is practically on fire. So, I try to turn it off, get it turned off, pull the bread out, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And the oven is so hot, like burning the eyebrow hairs off your face hot. So I messaged him, and I was like, well, my oven just died. And he's like, what happened? So I kind of gave him a short version of that story. And I said, we have a guy that we call anytime any of our appliances are down.
So, did you have an easy bake oven? Did you have one when you were little?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. But one thing, we Googled the error code, and it said something about a temperature control panel. Yeah. So I called the appliance guy, and I said...
Yeah, we got a guy.
Yeah, we got a guy.
We got an appliance guy.
So I was hoping that he would tell me that it would, and this sounds bad, that it would cost too much to fix because I don't like that stove anyway. It already has issues, and I really didn't want to put money into
this stove is probably one of the worst stoves we've had since we've been married.
It is the worst stove we've had since we've been married. Only one of the eyes really function well, like
the one the canner's on.
The one the canner is on. And the stove door, the oven door doesn't shut all the way. And he looked up to replace the hinges. They were like $60 just to replace the hinges. Yeah. So it has issues, and I really didn't want to put money into the stove.
And then
honestly,
yeah.
So anyway, well, he looked up. I gave him the model number. He looked up the parts, and he said for us to come out and fix it, it's going to be about $300.
Yeah, it is the control panel, like the electrical control panel that does the heating and stuff.
Exactly, Kathy. He said typically when you get that error message, he said, "What's the highest that your oven is set to go to? 550?" I said yes, and he said, your stove got hotter than 550, like it exceeded that because there was no control to tell the oven to stop heating. And so, it's. I'm glad that I wasn't outside or
Beverly,
something like that.
Buy the woman a new stove.
Well, I've got to order it because we looked. Yeah. No stoves within a 50-mile radius that we looked have one because I do not want a glass top stove. I want one with the eyes, and so that. I'm very limited.
She wants to be very comfortable using the canners and stuff, and so yeah.
So yeah,
we definitely want one with burners.
With burners, so or coil is called a coil. Yeah. So we're gonna have to order it, which means I will not have an oven for Thanksgiving, and that's okay. That's all right. I've got my slow cookers and I've got my Instant Pot.
The tinker's wife says I have a glass top and I've never liked it.
Yeah. I've never had a glass top, but all of my friends that have them, they always complain about them.
Yeah,
like,
our stove's electric.
It takes forever to heat. And then, of course, like he said, like I don't want to be afraid that the glass is going to break from using my pressure canner. And I have to be able to can. So yeah, that's that.
So yeah.
Smoke that turkey.
Well, I mean, we found the stove we want. It's just out of stock everywhere.
We looked in.
We looked at all the towns around here,
including ones in Tennessee, and because if you don't know, we're in South Central Kentucky, so we're kind of close. We're close to the Tennessee border.
Yeah, within 45 minutes, we can be down into Tennessee.
Yeah.
So we were looking.
Well, we can actually be in Tennessee in about 30 minutes.
Lowe's, Home Depot. You even looked at a Best Buy. We even looked at Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. Did. Amazon Prime ain't got squat, so don't even try looking
as far as ovens go. So yeah,
they have no stoves.
And so anyway, we can buy it, but we'll have to order it.
Yeah,
it is free shipping.
Try Amazon or ABC Warehouse. We did try Amazon, and all they had were like what do you call them? Range tops. Mm-hmm. They didn't have.
Any ovens. None.
Let's see, get a big, easy, oilless infrared turkey cooker. They make an awesome turkey. We have a smoker.
We have the smoker, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But you know what? I still have not figured out how to master smoking birds yet. Chicken and turkey. Yeah. Every time I've smoked them, the meat was great. That was perfect, but the skin was tough and leathery.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, yeah, you got to put the olive oil, you got to oil it down. Mm-hmm. Well, I've done that, and it still dried out the skin.
Yeah.
But brisket, pork chops, corn on the cob, stuff like that, it's amazing.
Ooh.
I love that smoker.
Cliff, if we go north, then we're adding hours to our hunt. And I think it would just, and shipping is free. It just takes more time, and that's all. So I'm okay with waiting. Good night for everything is season.
Yeah, we know we're not going to have it for Thanksgiving either way, so we might as well wait a week. Just bring it to the house. I did
check Facebook Marketplace. There wasn't anything.
Yeah.
I didn't look at Craigslist because Craigslist scares me.
And what?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I missed something. I'm reading these.
Okay.
I must have missed a conversation.
All the time with my water bath canner and pressure canner. My stove is only 3 years old and has a dual element for rapid heat. I'll never go back to open. Okay, well that's good to know. Too crazy in Alabama.
Oh, okay. Cook that turkey on the ground.
What do you mind?
No, I've got a smoker. I love smoking. Oh,
Crazy.
somebody says wrap it. I'm sorry. Somebody says wrap it in foil. I haven't tried
We
that
got two
yet.
different conversations going on. Crazy in Alabama, what kind of stove do you have? Because
A terrible one.
I know that you can pressure can on some glass tops now, and then also what kind of pressure canner? How big of a pressure canner do you use? Because I have
It's
a 23 quart, and I can double stack. And I've just heard that the weight is too much, and it will break the glass top.
So it's funny because people are trying to help you out about the stove, and then people are commenting about smoking the chicken or turkey, and I think we're buffering again.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but it's funny going back and forth. You read a comment about the oven, and a comment about the smoking a turkey, and a comment about the oven.
Oh.
It's funny.
Yeah.
The newer glass tops are probably better than the old ones. Well, they probably are.
Yeah.
It's just.
See, Jason, that's what everybody I know that has a glass top stove, even if they're just trying to boil water, they say it takes forever. I have a Whirlpool glass top stove and have pressure can on it just fine. I have only single stack though. Okay. Talking to Mandy about hers. Okay, Minute Man, I wonder what you were talking about. I'm like, okay, I must be talking to somebody else. Got my range in 2001. It was the same year model. Someone didn't like it and returned it right away. The store had to sell it as used. I got half price and it still works great. That is great.
That is really good.
Can you pressure can on a turkey fryer with propane? I have no idea. Never cooked on a turkey fryer. I don't know how easy it would be to regulate.
I think you can. And we do have a couple of, well, we don't have one of those. We do have propane stoves. I don't think we have one that I would feel comfortable you canning on for an hour.
Yeah. Well, and it's like Pat
they're the
says
the Coleman camp stoves that run off of propane, so they're not like heavy duty, like a big turkey fryer.
Actually, Tim, there was a wood cook stove on our Facebook Marketplace, and I drooled a little, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get one of those, at least not now. Maybe one of these days. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, we never answered the chicken question.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you can. ZZDX Ags, you can.
I can't believe I remembered that.
You can can venison. I have a video on canning venison, and I highly recommend it because
it was so good.
It's great.
It was good. Yeah. Oh, so yes, somebody asked way back when, like 2 weeks ago on our live show. No, it was like 10 minutes ago. Had the chickens tried to fly out, and yes, there's a couple of them that have tried, and we have not clipped wings or anything like that. Our fence is 48 inches high. It's the Premier One electric netting fence, which I'm a big fan of. Now that we've got it, oh yeah, I love it.
It's so easy to use.
I will stick with that. But yeah, so what happened is we went to Georgia over the weekend.
Yeah.
And you know, we're in Georgia. We're at her parents' house visiting with family, and the thought keeps popping in my head. I wonder if we still have chickens or not. I wonder if they all flew out and are running around. And of course, both our dogs we let out. We have the wireless dog collars, so they have to stay in the perimeter. But we left the dogs out, left them with plenty of food and water. We were only gone 2 nights.
Right.
3 days, 2 nights.
Yeah.
But we're like, if those chickens got out, I know the dogs are chasing them. I don't know if they'll get back in at night. I don't know.
We didn't know what we were going to be coming home to.
We pull into the driveway last night, and I'm looking for the dogs because I'm just like, I hope the dogs, nothing happened to them. Couldn't see them. They usually come running to greet us. And I was like, I don't see any dogs. I don't see any dogs. We pull in to the garage, and right in front of the garage door is 4 of our chickens just standing there in front of the garage door like, hey, there they are. And so...
how'd that go again?
Hey, there they are. So 4 were out, and 4 were nesting inside their coop like they should. So we got the other 4 back in, and it was fun.
And there were 9 eggs. We were gone 3 days, and there were 9 eggs. So they're really consistent right now with 3 eggs a day. Very, very excited.
And then the dogs ran up and said, "Oh, we're here."
Yeah, they were very happy to see us. Georgia, I think, more than Bo.
Georgia was like, "You can't believe it. I was left outside for 2 nights."
Let's
Dogs talk to us like that.
Somebody asked if we're still happy with the breed of the chickens we have, and absolutely. Barred Rocks are very sweet chickens. We really enjoy them.
Great. They've been really great.
Yeah. We would recommend them, and I think in the future we'll probably get them again.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I've always dreamed of having, a whole bunch of different colored eggs, but they're just really good chickens. We really like them.
Georgia was outside. Yeah, Georgia was outside.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
I know she has slept all day long. She's
my gosh.
She's like
those crazies.
I know. You got Georgia over here and Ruger over here, and they're just snoozing away. But Ruger, we actually had a dog sitter because Ruger is easy to take care of, and Georgia has been left outside before for days. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, we went to Washington D.C. and we walked into the George Washington. Was it the Washington Monument we went to? No, we were at Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
And I get a phone call from the farmer over here, and he said, "Your little brown dog's up in the road."
Yeah.
I was like, No, it wasn't him. It was Mrs. Stidham across the street, the neighbor. She said, "I just don't want her to get hit." And so then I called the farmer, and he came over here, and he got Georgia, and he put her in the garage until my father-in-law could come and check her collar.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but that's just a little story.
No, that's the time.
We had left them
that's
out
the time we left town
for like 2 weeks,
and the wireless collar quit working.
Yeah, we were gone well over a week. I'm thinking 2 weeks, but it may have been a week and a half. But yeah,
I think we were gone about 8 or 9 days.
So
the little brown dog,
fine.
yeah.
Oh man,
the little brown wide dog.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else happened. So the stove died, grandma's china.
Stove, yeah,
deer, chicken.
I still can't believe
prepping.
that. We go visit your grandparents.
Yeah.
And it was great for our kids to get to spend a few hours with their great grandparents.
Yeah.
They told them some stories, but yeah, they gave us their china.
Yeah.
Which is older than you, probably me. Well, maybe not me.
Not you.
No, because
me.
Yeah, we figured out when they bought it.
Yeah. Well, because she said it was before.
It's probably
my granddad pastored the church that you grew up in.
It's a year or 2 older than you.
Yes.
Probably about 2 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Minute Man. I'm glad you got to stop by.
Well, our hour's up.
Oh. Well, we
got to finish canning and cleaning up.
Oh, Prepper Nation. Yeah, that would be awesome.
What's that?
Jason in Virginia said, "Do you guys mind if I drop your link on Prepper Nation?" He's a mod there.
Thank you so much.
That'd be
Appreciate
awesome.
that.
Thank you.
I mean, our family is our family. Our YouTube channel, if you watch our videos, it's kind of just our life. A lot of it is being prepared and taking care of that stuff, but a lot of it is.
And I feel bad that
random stuff.
Our last several videos have just been grocery hauls, but I've been working a lot, and it's just hard to find time to.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, I really do appreciate that. Any word of mouth is awesome. We've been blessed. Our channel's been growing.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the videos might be about a lot of it's gardening.
Yes.
In the summertime, it's a lot of gardening.
Gardening.
In the
canning,
wintertime, it's a lot of
preservation,
canning.
and other methods of preservation.
Yeah.
Which, as right now, is mostly.
And sometimes it's just me and the boy going camping or something like that, or sitting around the campfire cooking something over the campfire.
Yeah. Let's see. How long is canned venison good for? Depends on who you ask. I think the USDA will tell you up to 18 months. But I think most home canners will tell you until you eat it. Maybe like a few years.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Year and a half, 2 years.
Very cool. We'll
least.
have to tune in.
Is this election over yet?
I don't know. This is all crazy.
Tomorrow night's live stream. Yeah.
To be clear, it did not thumbs down. It's starting.
We appreciate that, Jason.
That's okay. That's okay. We any interaction with the channel is good for our channel. So whether it's a thumbs down or a thumbs up, it still helps.
Like Dennis Rodman would always say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. I mean, obviously I don't want bad publicity, but because I'm not Dennis Rodman. But,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you, Patricia. All right. You guys are amazing. And again, this hour always goes by so fast.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the, well, I mean, it's not ready to pull out yet, but.
And before we leave, if you did join us late, back in the video, you can watch it on replay later. But she talked about her t-shirt she got.
Yes.
The Be Vigilant,
Be prayerful.
Be Prayerful, and Be Prepared.
Yes.
And that t-shirt that she got a couple weeks ago, the lady that made that for us says she'd be glad to make other people. Kathy and others posted links
Good night, the bank.
to her Facebook pages.
AKA Archer Miss.
And other homesteaders, if you've got t-shirts and ideas, you can kind of talk with, you can reach out to Courtney.
Definitely.
And she makes shirts for lots of people, and she does a fabulous job.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Happy Thanksgiving,
And Mandy's
everybody.
posting the links again. So
Happy Thanksgiving. We are definitely thankful for you all and for all of your support.
Absolutely.
You guys are amazing. And as always, be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared. God bless you guys.
God bless. Have a good week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Yes.